Today I wanted to make a video about this tiny sketchbook that I bought with an idea of always keeping it with me in my bag, and whenever I have few minutes of downtime, if I'm waiting for something, I could take it out and make a quick sketch. And it doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be consistent practice. I do have this another sketchbook from the same brand. It's just slightly larger, and I do have some really cute sketches here that I made on spot. They are really nice memories of those moments, and I usually take this pencil case together with it with some supplies, and I don't always carry this with me because it is bulky enough for me not to grab it all the time. And I also spend some time, choosing art supplies like sketching tools that I want to take with me. So I thought if I simplify things for me and I just create the most basic minimalistic setup that is always with me, that I will practice more. And I will also explain in a bit why I chose this pen to be my drawing tool, that the only drawing tool that I will carry with me, because this pen is amazing. It is so versatile, and if you know, you know, and if you don't, I will show you just in a moment. And as always, unboxing is the most satisfying part, and while I'm doing this, I'm trying not to think about the other 10 sketchbooks that I've already started and haven't finished yet. And on the cover, I want to do something like what I've done for this other sketchbook. This is basically a tiny acrylics painting that I made to look like a sticker. I really like how it came out. I also like that it's tactile, it's like 3D. You can touch and feel the texture, so that's what I want to do for this one as well. And this is what I want to put on the cover. This is a cute posable robot that was given to me as a gift when I got a new job. And I always wanted to have a posable human mannequin on my desk, like to feel like a real artist. But a cute robot is nice too. And actually its boxy shapes, I think, make it even better to study form and perspective and poses. I've decided to trace the reference instead of making the sketch kind of by hand, because I felt like this is a pretty complicated, pretty detailed reference. It has lots of tiny geometrical figures, there's perspective, and also the surface is like really small, so I didn't want to struggle, and I also wanted to make it look really good because it will be on the cover and I will see it every time I will take this sketchbook out. But at the end, I'm not really sure that I made the job easier for myself, because it turned out all wonky, so I had to redo it myself a bunch of times. Also, one detail to note is that I was just too lazy to make a proper tracing transfer method, so I just turned the page down and I just made an imprint, so that means the reference is mirrored now. But I actually like it better that way, because now the robot is running towards the open edge of the sketchbook instead of running towards the closed edge. And in my mind, the closed edge is like a wall. The idea I had in my mind was to have some line work, some hatching, and I thought acrylic inks would be perfect for that, because at the end of the day, they are acrylics. Maybe they are more watered down or whatever, but they're still acrylics, so they should work for the plastic cover. I think they would stay put, so I was willing to try. I have this acrylic inks, a few earth tones, and they are very transparent. Not all acrylic inks are transparent, but just this happens to be. So that's why I'm adding white to both brighten it, but also add some opacity. And the color that I'm looking for is kind of like a brick color, kind of reddish brown. Even though the surface is really small, I've still decided to go with a broader nib fountain pen. I don't know, lately I'm really into like juicy, broad line work. The same way I like expressive brush strokes that have like distinctive shapes. I don't know, something about it just speaks to me. I think it's like being decisive and like, so here my stroke is going and I'm just, going to lay it out and it's gonna stay. I think broad nib is also pushes you to not make like a chicken scratch marks and be more fluid and be more like committing to the line you're making. For the inner lines though, I still had to use a fine nib because the broad nib I had just wouldn't work. Because the cover is not absorbent, so it doesn't really help you to make the ink stay in place. And you will notice that I actually made a mistake on the shoulder and I tried to wipe it away and start over. But because I didn't let the surface to dry, it beat it up. And at that point I decided I will just leave that mistake in because this sketchbook is all about being loose, being free, and being not afraid of making mistakes. I got out some acrylic paints and I mixed in kind of like a beigey, creamy white. And the idea in my head was to have a thin wash of acrylics over the lighter parts of the robot, the parts that are facing the light. And I almost wanted it to feel like, I don't know, the way like ink and watercolor combo feels like. I wanted the hatching kind of peek through the paint, so I'm just laying very, very thin layers. And then I'm doing what I thought was the final part, is making the white outline. That's what will make this look like a sticker. And actually, this was the most difficult part for me. It was challenging and not enjoyable at all. For the life of me, I couldn't make straight, thin lines. I even took the smallest brush I had, and I thought if I just go slow and, like do it little by little, like layer it, it will be okay. But it was still a struggle. And if you notice, like at some point I stopped even caring that I was recording. I completely was out of the shot. I was just turning it like all different ways to just make it easier for myself. And I messed up the layer underneath a few times, so I had to like redo those parts. So it took a while, and at some point I was like, okay, I need to stop. Like whatever I got is good enough. And when I stopped hyper focusing on that white outline and I looked at the sketch again, I noticed that because the outline was so white, it's pure white, like the wash of the beige I made got completely lost. It got completely pushed back and it stopped looking so fresh and interesting as before. So I need to kind of come up with something else. So I mixed this like pastel like lavender color, and I thought it would look really good with the yellow, and I really like the combo. So I made kind of another wash, another layer, and I actually like it a lot more. And I also noticed that the acrylic ink does not hold up as well as an acrylic paint. So I thought this sketchbook is going to be always in my bag and will get thrown around a lot. And I didn't trust it, to be honest. So I put a like matte varnish over the top. It's clear. I don't like that it's matte. I would prefer it to be glossy, but that's the only thing I had at home. Like, I think if it was glossy, it will look more like a sticker, because most stickers are glossy. But it is what it is. It's fine. And finally, I'm going to show you the pen, as I promised at the beginning. So the name of the pen is Sailor Feud. And feud means it's a bent nib. This particular one is 55 degrees. So depending on how you hold the pen, you can produce kind of like medium range lines, or you can produce really extra fine lines, or you can produce bolder, juicier lines. And what I really like about this pen, you can even produce almost like a wash. If you've ever seen a Pilot parallel pen, it's kind of like that, but parallel pen can produce finer lines and a really like bold wash. But this pen can do basically the whole range, like everything in between, starting from extra fine to like medium and bold lines. So yeah, the way how versatile it is, it's just amazing. And one of my goals with this sketchbook is to sketch things from my environment, sketch things from real life. So my first sketch is going to be this ammonite. I got it as a birthday gift this year. And no, the joke was not that I am so old, but this ammonite is actually 200 million years old. Can you imagine that? Like, my mind is blown away every time I look at it, and it always sits on my desk. And I've decided to make it like a mini photo shoot for the YouTube thumbnail outside, because right next door there is this staircase that has this plant that kind of grows around it, and it has this really amazing purple flowers. I don't know what they are called in English, and I thought they would look really good together with the cover, because the cover has a bit of purple in it. And while I was like taking pictures, this bumblebee appeared, and it was like the best interruption ever. My new companion is all ready to go, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching.